Welcome to Shakespeare in the Park. We're going to start with Macbeth. Yes, so I would like to welcome Brian to the stand as the father of the bride to get these speeches kicked off. Please welcome Brian with me.
Thank you, all in one. Now, I've got to tell you, this morning there was nearly a catastrophe. And the catastrophe was I nearly lost the speech. But there's been a bigger catastrophe. I've found it. Welcome to you all, near and far, to the marriage, feast, barbecue, breakfast, dinner, whatever it was. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you to this feast for Gemma and Johnny, Mr. and Mrs. Wicks. Just to confirm, I'm Brian, and I'm father of the bride, Gemma, and father-in-law of my favourite son-in-law. Johnny, thank you. Now, I might have grilled Johnny a bit more when he asked for Gemma's hand if I'd realised just how far up north Peterborough was. This is up north. To a Brentwood man, anyway. North is anywhere sort of north of Chelmsford. Chelmsford, by the way, is a city in Essex. Birthplace of radio and birthplace of Brian. Now, what are we here for today? Yes, the marriage is the union of a man and a woman, husband and wife. They become united and they become one. But it's also about families merging, joining together. And therefore, I'm delighted to welcome not only Johnny into my family, but also the fine young fellas. Where are they? Take a bow. Johnny, Josh, Harry and Jude, come and take a bow, guys. They are a gift to us all. Thank you. Wendy and I had the great pleasure of meeting Johnny's parents, Janice and Mike. Where is Janice and Mike? We met them for the first time a little while back in a cosy little restaurant in Duxford. Our initial encounter was meeting in the car park, but it was wonderful because we immediately felt we were encountering family members. Did you feel the same? Thank you. Where's Paul, our speaker this morning, our minister? Thank you. Very good job. Thanks very much indeed. I wasn't sure whether you were going to take the sentimental or the humorous approach, but it was lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Let me tell you a little bit about Gemma. Gemma was born on Mother's Day, and so began our life sentence. Life sentence as mother and father, mum and dad, that day. I asked the nurse if I could hold her. The nurse said, "Of course you can, you're her father." And Gemma was put in my arms. I looked at this little creature and grasped that Gemma was mine. Maybe until today, when I've given her away. Gemma age 1 was blonde, blue-eyed, and the centre of tension and chaos. To be fair, that wasn't all her fault. Partly it was her fault, but not all of it. We took a holiday one time in Italy with Jeff and Liz. And the Italians love family and children. Gemma, being blonde and blue-eyed, was rare in Italy and drew attention everywhere. In the hotel, the waiters fussed over her. Shopkeepers rushed out to greet her. To get to our hotel room, we had to pass by Alberto's bar. It quickly became a problem because we had to run the gauntlet to try and get past without Alberto noticing. Because if Alberto noticed Gemma, he would say, "Bella, Bella, Bella, Gemma, Gemma, Gemma. She must have her milk." And the barman would immediately abandon what he was doing and any customers that he was serving to warm up Gemma's milk. And probably 10 to 15, 20 minutes later, Gemma would have had her milk and the customers would finally get served. But then one became two. Laura arrived on the scene. Not one, but two blonde-eyed, blue-eyed beauties. This was a problem for Gemma. She now had a rival, but Gemma had a solution, a final solution. The solution was the bath, the water in the bath. Gemma and Laura shared bath times. At bath time, Laura was consigned, at Gemma's insistence, to the uncomfortable plug hole end of the bath in the hope that Laura would disappear down the plug hole. But then their rivalry was compounded further by boy trouble. Gemma had her first experience of man management and boy attention seeking with the arrival of Murray. It came to pass that both Gemma and Laura quickly found that they were being man managed by little Murray. Murray quickly learned he could play one big sister off against the other. Divide and conquer. Controversial. I was told to skip the controversial. I'm not sure they were telling me that was because they really wanted me to do the controversial and they thought that was a way to stop me. But anyway, here's the controversial bit. At this point, I got to tell you, Gemma and I need to make a confession.
What?
Well, to be honest, it was mainly Gemma's fault. Let's be honest, Gemma has been neglecting her geopolitical responsibilities with catastrophic results around the world. For some reason, she's been too busy to sort things out. Let's put this in context. Gemma and I, well, credit where credit's due, Gemma, probably won the Cold War. Gemma and I spent night after night on the phone to President Ronald Reagan and Mr. Gorbachev. He hurt his head.
He did, he needed a sticky.
How they valued Gemma's guidance and her advice. Gemma's advice probably resulted in the Berlin Wall coming down and the Cold War ending, and a whole new geopolitical era came about. Gemma's contribution to this has sadly not yet been fully recognised. There have been occasionally slightly harder times. Packing Gemma off to university at Canterbury. On the first day, we left our little girl behind, and looking in the rearview mirror, we saw her wave goodbye with tears running down her eyes. But even then, it was literally looking forward in hope to proudly seeing your little girl graduating and emerging as a fine young lady. After graduation, Gemma started as a teacher. It didn't work out very well at first, but Gemma is great with kids, though, and has worked hard to successfully adapt and has become very accomplished and appreciated in the specialist teaching role she has developed. Wendy and I have shared together the joys of watching and helping Gemma develop from that tiny baby and gorgeous blonde and blue-eyed girl into the beautiful lady and bride she is today. Gemma has grown up to be a fine, law-abiding citizen, and we are very proud of that. Then stuff happens. Johnny came along and arrested Gemma. And in the court of public opinion, they are a splendid couple. Primarily, for Gemma's sake, I'm glad he's not a man I need to look up to. at least not physically. I do look up to him as a fine young man, a man of integrity, a kind, generous, considerate and loving man. Johnny is a super dad to his 3 handsome sons. Wendy and I will be and are already proud to call him our favourite son-in-law. Today is just the beginning of Gemma and Johnny's, Mr. and Mrs. Wicks, married life together. It is a day to enjoy and to celebrate and look forward. We see before us a couple already madly in love. We can therefore look forward in hope that as a couple they will grow in devotion and love, that as a family they will experience and share great happiness together. I'm sure that as a family they will be a blessing to us all. I'm going to invite us all now to stand because it's now my duty and privilege to propose a toast, please. So please stand. And the toast is the bride and groom. The bride and groom. Thank you.
Excellent. Oh, there we go. Thank you ever so much, Brian. And I have loved getting to know you and Wendy and the family, and you've made me feel so welcome. Yeah, I couldn't ask for any more. It's been wonderful. So thank you.
Our pleasure and privilege. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And on behalf of my wife and I, there we go. Got to do that. I'd like to apologise. I'd like to make some apologies. Any football fans here? Any football fans? Who was really annoyed that it was the FA Cup final today? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Excellent. Good. Sorry about that. Does anyone not want to know the score? No. Liverpool won. That's good. Okay. You see, as a Norwich fan, I don't have to worry about putting dates like cup finals into my diary. Not going to happen. Any Eurovision fans here? Yes, I'm really sorry. I am sorry. But hold on. I've got the UK scores. United Kingdom 0 points. So there we go. Excellent. Right, there we go. The first person I want to thank today, because that's really what I'm here to do, is to thank people, is to thank God. And you might expect that as a Christian, that Gemma and I both want to give our amazing thanks to our great God. In many ways, it's easy to do that on a wonderful day like today. But for Gem and I, through our lives, as you'll know, we've been through times which are real kind of valley floors. And yet, as Christians, we know that we can give thanks to God in every circumstance. And that is a wonderful, wonderful blessing. And we sang earlier, we have a good and gracious King. And we believe that's 100% the case. And I just want to pray now, actually, before I carry on to give thanks to God. So let's pray. Our Father God, I just want to thank you because you are such a kind and a loving God. Father, I thank you for your wonderful blessing to us. I thank you that as your people, we, Gemma and I, can know your hand of blessing in our lives. And Father, thank you that despite the times in our lives where we really have felt rock bottom, you have always been there. You have always been faithful to us. And you have blessed us, and you have kept us, and you have persevered with us. And we just want to praise you. Thank you for today. Thank you for the joy it is to spend time with so many wonderful family and friends. Thank you for the love that you have given between Gemma and myself. And most of all, Lord, thank you for the love that you have bestowed upon us. Lord, it just blows us away when we know the love that you have showed to us. And you demonstrated that in giving us your Son. And there is no greater love that anyone could ever demonstrate in giving us him. So we just want to thank you and praise you and pray your blessing upon the rest of our time together. Amen. Excellent. A few other thanks to give, and there's a few gift type things. Harry, Josh, can you come here? I'm going to need your help with this. So first of all, look at that. What a dutiful son. Dutiful sons. No idea where Jude is. He is less dutiful. Right, first of all, we want to say thank you to our mums, to my mum and to Wendy. I both of us would say we could not think of mums who were kinder and more generous, more giving of themselves. Over the last few years, my mum and dad, I cannot describe how much they've done for us. So thank you, and we have some flowers to give to you. Wendy, once again, taking Gemma into your house unexpectedly, once again, a few times, and just showing so much love and care. Thank you so much. We'll do a round of applause at the end. Let's do that. So no, stop, for the sake of time. I do want to say, I haven't got anything to give you guys, but I want to say thank you to Harry and Josh and Jude. Well, that didn't go down so well. We'll bring you something back off honeymoon, okay? We'll have something. But I do want to say thank you to you guys. You are absolutely amazing, and you just make my heart leap with joy every day, even sometimes when I'm nagging you and moaning at you. But it is a joy to be your dad, and I love you very much. So thank you. You are awesome. They're children. We can applaud. Should we give them a round of applause? Yes. Jude, that one's for you. No worries. Okay. Groomsman, on my side, Andy. My goodness me. If you need a best man, I recommend Andy. He just works tirelessly. For our stag do, he cooked. It was about 40 kilograms of chicken nuggets. He barbecued at the same time. He made sure the drinks were topped up and the crisps were there and the games were. It was amazing, Andy. Today. This whole weekend has been wonderful because of you. So thank you so much. And to my wonderful ushers, where are they? There's Murray, Pete. Where's Pete? Oh, there you are. And Jamie. Me. Jamie's over. Jamie. He's inside. Oh well, we'll thank him in a minute. Yes, and to Josh as well. You see, you get claim a bit of credit there. Thank you, guys. On the bridesmaid side, it's been there was a little bit of a surprise over the last few weeks because Grace, one of Gemma's close friends, was unable to come. She caught COVID at the last minute, which was really sad, and we're really sorry about that. However, we had a ready-made bridesmaid. Hashtag fake bridesmaid. Yeah, Hayley stepped in, Gemma's sister-in-law, which is amazing. So thank you. It's a sort of slow burning here. Yeah, hey, you got some fans over there. Lovely. And to Agla, where's Agla? Here, Agla, thank you so much. Again, one of Gemma's close friends. And to Laura as well, Gemma's sister. You've already heard about her. The rival. Yes. So thank you so much for all that you guys have done. And I don't know if you've given them... But yeah, excellent, good. They've got some stuff already, which is good. Right, there are some little things over there. Just a few other thank yous. I want to say thank you to Paul. Paul, as our pastor, or my pastor and our pastor to be, is a wonderful inspiration and just a wonderful support and encouragement. He's done marriage classes with us, and for all of his efforts today in preparation. So we just have a little something. Oh, let the children do it. Yeah, that's it. That's what having children's for. Excellent. So thank you, Paul. There's no handshake there. You can shake his hand if you want. Next up, Ray and Jude. Where's Ray and Jude? There they are, Ray and Jude. My goodness me. They have been making cakes and decorating cakes and sorting the drinks of the church. Last Sunday night, they saw me looking a little bit kind of concerned as I tried to tie bows on the end of pews, and they stepped in and just... They've been amazing. So thank you ever so much to you both. There's a little card there.
We've done that
Keep
one.
going. Oh, it's done. It's excellent. And Amy as well. Where's Amy? Where's Amy? There, she's down here. Amy,
That way.
Judith and Ray's daughter. She, in exactly the same way, she's just taken it upon herself to help. And, I don't know what time they were down at the church sorting cakes out last night, but thank you so much, Amy. Jeff, where's Jeff? Jeff? He's over there. We're really thankful to Jeff. Jeff was our chauffeur for the day. He's on the bouncy castle, I think. So, he was our chauffeur today, sorted the car out, decorated it, all beautiful. So we're very thankful to him. Nikki. Where's Nikki? Nikki, I mean, can you imagine? You've never made a sort of professional, I mean, she's made a lot of lovely professional cakes for us, but a proper professional cake, and we asked her to make our not a Christmas cake, our wedding cake. That'd be a bit weird. Yes, and she's done an absolutely amazing job. I got to look at it earlier. Thank you so much. It's wonderful. Can't wait to cut it and eat it, actually. That's probably the best bit. Rob, he's clicking. Oh, there he is. Rob is a friend, and maybe just because we're cheapskates, we asked him to take the photos. But he's also a wonderful photographer. Just keep that hold of that just until we've seen the pictures. No, we'll give that to Rob. Yeah, thank you, Rob, just for basically ruining your day by putting that pressure on you. Jamie's still not here. No, he's also bouncing. Just Jeff and Jamie just bouncing on the bouncy castle. Fantastic. We'll give him something. He's our DJ for this evening, which is wonderful. And the Natalie and Lewis, who probably can't hear me, but it's their venue. They've been amazing, and I think the place is absolutely gorgeous. So thank you to them. Let's give a quick round of applause for everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just before I hand over to Andy, I just wanted to share with you a little bit about how Gemma and I got together. Online dating. Anyone here online dated? Yeah, oh, quite a few. Excellent. Anyone successful? No, hopefully it is successful. Be a bit awkward if not. Good, excellent, good stuff. Online Christian dating. It's fair to say that as a guy, it's a slightly different experience than as a girl. Even on Christian online dating. I remember Gemma said, or I asked Gemma, so when you first went on, how many waves, as it is, did you have? And I think she asked me first, and I sort of said, I don't know, like 15 or something over the first weekend. And I thought, that's quite good, isn't it? And then I said, what about you? She's like, I think I had about 150 or something. Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, I've got a few of the messages that Gemma had from people. And for some reason, she didn't choose these guys. I don't know. So this is from Archer118. If you hear Archer, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Right. Here we go. Wow. You are so cute. You are like a kitten and puppy put together. And maybe plus a baby duck. How are you? No question mark. I mean, that immediately. No question mark. Okay, there's the first one. This is Andrew9001. Don't worry, there's a picture here and it's none of the Andrews here, I can tell you. Here we go. Hi, Gemma. I could tell you're a teacher, as you've got so much class. Wow. You didn't reply to him? No reply to him. Okay, this one is Bob269. Bob. There you go. Good guy. Hi, beautiful. How was your day? There's a question mark, so that's better. Just texting to let you know that you're going to end up in prison for stealing my heart. What you do to me is totally illegal, Gemma. He didn't get a sort of wave back. Here's another one. Hello. I was just wondering if you're related to Abraham's nephew Lot. Because I really like you a lot. I mean, it doesn't even work, does it? Anyway, he goes on. If that's not enough. If not, then I may have solved the mystery of why Solomon had 700 wives. And that's because he never met you. How are you doing? Space ? Not sure how I feel about that. Okay, there we go. And then this one, I think You did. This is the last one. I promise you. Heckling from behind. This is the last one. And this one, I think, you kind of got into a bit of a conversation with this person. And just spoil the punchline. Don't worry about that. There we go. What? Listen to this guy. There's a few messages in. I think you can see parallels on both extremes of the Brexit debate, even in Britain, as to how, given the right setting, people will almost blindly follow a course they have sympathy for, whilst conveniently overlooking any overt wrongdoing perpetrated by that group. ... Fascinating. Don't know who that moron was. Anyway, it worked out. Oh, hold on. I got one more. Thank you. There you go. So we did meet and we did fall in love. And I want to say how unbelievably beautiful you are today. But not just today. And also not just physically. Gemma is a very beautiful person. And I love everything about her. I love how wonderfully kind and caring and loving you are. I love how you look after me and the boys. And I love that you just make me happy. And I'm so excited to be married to you. Thank you so much. And you know, over the last few years how hard things have been. But thank you so much. Do I toast you?
I do.
You do. Hey, I'm gonna. Okay.
Toast the bridesmaids.
I'm gonna toast the bridesmaids and everyone. So we're gonna toast the bridesmaids who look beautiful. Sorry, you look beautiful, bridesmaids. I mean that. And to everyone, because honestly, there is not a single person here who hasn't affected us and helped us and supported us in some kind of way in our lives. So stay seating, because some people are seating already. But I'm going to toast to the bridesmaids and to everyone. Bridesmaids and everyone. Cheers.
I would cut this short, but seeing as some of us have only just finished eating, I'm going to ramble on for an hour or two to let your pudding settle before we go for pizza. So, I am Andy James, and I'm the best man. Hello, I should have introduced myself earlier, but that's who I am. It should go without saying, but we all know who the best man is. I don't know why you're looking at Johnny. I've literally just told you that I am the best man. You're going to have to keep up with me, people. I know it's getting late. So I'm here today. I have worked with Johnny for some number of years, 2009, 2010. Johnny joined Cambridgeshire Police as a fresh-faced probationary constable, and it was very clear that he was going to be my boss one day. So I decided I should get in good terms with this young gentleman so I can always get the leave that I require. During that time, as a fresh-faced probationer, I haven't even been drinking. As a fresh-faced probationer, Johnny was keen to be part of the group. Mrs. PC James over there has the photographic evidence of Jonathan willingly posing at Peterborough City Hospital under all kinds of inappropriate signage and hospital equipment, just so that he could fit in. I think we also have pictures of him napping on the job as well. We do indeed. Slightly rounder face. But weren't we all? So during my time with Johnny, we worked on shift. We went to all the proper jobs, doing what proper police officers do, and then we realised that was stupid, and we should get an office job together. So we did that for a while. My role within the police, and in most situations in life, is that of a big brother. So I'm there to make Johnny's life hell on earth. I will bully him and tease him. I will stand up in front of people and make decisions off the cuff that Johnny then has to sort out. I will send emails to senior police officers that have not been spell checked and start with, "All right, mate," and Johnny then has to go back and sort out. But as well as being the one to do all the teasing, I am the fiercest supporter and defender. A number of years ago, I had to put that into physical kind of practice when this beautiful schnoz went sideways, and we found ourselves falling out with a number of people. Johnny, in that instance, shows who he is. The body cam footage that we all had, Johnny's, you had to look through the blood that was covering it, while he is saying, "Stay back, please, sir. Madam, if you could wait there. People will be with you a moment. I understand your frustration." And in the background, you see me literally, not figuratively, throwing people around because I have gone full Hulk mode, and how dare somebody hurt my Jonathan. So through the years on shift, but my job was to look after Johnny because he was too nice to look after himself. And then over the last couple of years, while we've had our very boring job in the office and his situations have changed, I took it upon myself to look after him there as well. So I would try, between the teasing, to make his work life as easy as possible, knowing that your good selves would make his home and personal life as easy as possible with everything else that was going on. So thank you for doing your half, and I did mine. Johnny is one of the very lucky few. I say I don't like people. I'm not a people person. COVID lockdown was a godsend for me. Not having to go to an office, not having to deal with people. It was amazing. That's why I married Mrs. P.C. James, because she loves people. So when we go to a buffet or to a wedding, she can do all the people-y stuff, and I can just go to the buffet. So word to the wise for anyone who's, not looking for Mrs. James, she's mine, she's taken. But if you don't like people, get someone who does, and it's a good team. But Johnny is in that small circle, and he's only in that small circle because of who he is. And that's what we're going to talk about today in my TED Talk. So most of us here are Christians, and those even who aren't will have heard some of the verses in Ecclesiastes. It's the verses that go through, there's a time for this and a time for that, a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time for war, a time to peace. I'm sure we've all heard it. They are incredibly wise words, and you think they would cover every possible situation in life. But Jonathan Wicks, the studious Bible scholar that he is, saw a gap in this. And we haven't quite worked out the wording, but the last verse is going to be something like, "There is a time to ask your mate to be your best man." And that time is at his mother-in-law's funeral. Now, to say that Johnny asked me to be his best man while we were eating lemon drizzle cake during the wake would not be far from the truth.
He hadn't told me to.
Specifically at the funeral, sure. So that is the man that he is. He asked me to be his best man when I was at a weak and vulnerable state, could be easily coerced into all kinds of terrible behaviour at my mother-in-law's funeral. And as much as that makes me laugh, the important part isn't that it's funny. The only reason Johnny could do that is because he was at my mother-in-law's funeral. And Johnny was Leanne and my supervisor for a long time. And as soon as he knew that Leanne needed him, he was there, driving from Peterborough all the way over to Loughborough so that he could be there to support her as we lay Betty to rest, having met her only a couple of times. But he was there to support us because he, I hope, and I'm not speaking out of term, sees us as family and wanted to be there. And that's why we love him. And that is who Johnny is. He's caring, he's selfless. He puts himself out. He kept his composure when he got punched to the face, and I may have lost mine. Johnny is the type of man who will put himself out for those people, and he's the type of man who will eat a number of large pizzas on his own, then eat a single pear, be violently ill, blame the pear, and never eat pears again. Johnny is the type of man that invites you over on your rest days for a lads' day of pizza. I'm seeing a theme here, actually. Of pizza and video games. Who could say no? After said day of video games and pizza, knowing that Rachel is on her way home, Johnny is the type of man who will ask you to take the pizza boxes home with you to destroy said evidence, kind of not mention the pizzas and eat a full dinner. I also understand from an anonymous source that Johnny is also the guy that, while bathing in the beautiful blue oceans in your tighty whities, as had no swimming trunks with you at the time, would find an opportunity to steal your pants and leave you in a state of undress in front of a beach full of holidaymakers, no doubt ruining their holidays.
Jamie was in the sea, so it was fine.
Sure. When Leanne and I first knew about Gemma, and we were desperately eager to meet her, as I'm sure most of you were, probably not the family, you'd already met her, but for the rest of us, we were all really keen to meet her. Leanne suggested very sensibly, poor girl, she's got so much change, so much to do. How about we bump into each other in a park with the kids and we just go for a little cup of tea, and then after that we can go our separate ways, no pressure. Brilliant idea. Very people persony. Not 2 weeks later, Jonathan's inviting us to go and live in a caravan with the pair of them for an entire week by the beach. And we did. And we had a wonderful time. We didn't know what was going to happen when we got there, other than food, because we were going to be there. And within 10 minutes, Johnny and I were digging a speedboat into the beach. And Leanne and Gemma, well, Leanne was up to her knees. Gemma was up to her shins in the sea. And we had an absolutely fantastic time. But that is the type of man that Johnny is. But that's just what I think of him. It'd be interesting to know what some of you guys think of him. Now, being the tech geek that I am, there may have been an online survey that a number of you have filled out. Oh, no. And the full results of that survey will be going to the blushing bride and the beautiful groom. But for now, some of my more interesting. So, the question was, what did you first think of Johnny when you met him? This is more targeted towards the bride's side. I thought Johnny was very sweet and a lovely guy. Smiley emoji. That's not a bad start. It's not a bad start. What did this person think? There were suspicions of a significant other well before news broke out that Gemma and Johnny were an item. The gentleman named Johnny first commented on Gemma's Facebook page. A fairly normal post, nothing that should be read into. Naturally, as one of Gemma's long-standing friends, I wanted to wait and hear the news firsthand from Gemma. But not before Facebook stalking Johnny and finding out as much as I could. Initial thoughts, Christian, tick. Earnest, handsome, family man, hello, let's see where this goes. It's an anonymous survey, Gemma, you will never know. What did this person think? Wow, she's done well. Someone else, very tall. But it was so friendly and thought they made a lovely couple. But that is nice to know that you guys have a similar thought to Johnny that the rest of us do. Something that Johnny probably doesn't know, but something that I really, really want to share with you all. You all know Johnny personally. Some of us have the pleasure of knowing him professionally. And when Johnny had been in the police for a little while, I'm sure most of you have seen the WWJD bracelets, the What Would Jesus Do? So there's always a visual reminder, whatever situation you're in, what would Jesus do? How should I respond? Very, very few police officers that we work with were Christians. Johnny had such a band, but unbeknownst to you, I believe, that band represented to the entire constabulary that we worked with, what would Johnny do? Because sincerely, the role model and the inspiration that Johnny was to all of these people was such that any job they went to, that's who they wanted to emulate. This is who we wanted to be. And I say that sincerely. It changed a lot of lives in Peterborough, not just within the police, but within the people, the lives of the people that those officers went with and dealt with. So well done. But there's an old saying, show me your friends and I will show you your future. And we believe that very much so. It's been tried and tested and seen again. And now in Johnny's future, we have Gemma. So what is their future going to be like? Well, if Gemma is to be the template for their future, it's going to be fun. It's going to be caring and happy. It is also going to be a heck of a strong future. She's an incredible young woman. But it is going to be occasionally ditzy. It is true. It is true. There will be occasional dits. But that is a future that I can get behind and celebrate. One of strength and joy and love and support. And in Gemma, you have found someone who's going to love you. Who's going to love you and your boys as her own. She will push you to succeed and guide you on the journey that you trod together, making sure that she's holding your hand all the way, dancing when you win and crying when you lose, which is all I can hope for the both of you. I will always be there to tease you and bully you and make your life as difficult as possible. But in the most sincerest of ways, I'm really glad that I've handed you over to Gemma and you are no longer my problem. So, Gemma, thank you for looking after my friend. Thank you for loving him. And thank you for joining our family. It's a delight. So, with all that said and done, and hopefully enough time that your dinner has settled and you're ready for pizza and dancing in Kaylee's, would you please be upstanding and join me in a toast, although I may have forgotten to pick up a glass, to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Wicks.
Clink.
Chink. Oh, sorry, a bit violent.
There you. Come on.